Just relax, have a good time, and we will be getting things underway ASAP. Thank you so much for coming. McCloskey. He is the Youth Services Coordinator for the City of Fall River, and we sit on the committee for the Youth of the Year, which is sponsored by Partners for a Healthier Community, as well as the Youth Violence Prevention Task Force. I'm going to introduce Christian really quickly to give a little history.
In 2007, then the Health Youth Task Force wanted to recognize the positive accomplishments of the youth. Similar to the Chamber's Person of the Year, we developed the Youth of the Year. In 2008, a young man by the name of Jasiel Correia became Youth of the Year.
And look at him now. Really quickly, I just want to say on behalf of the committee who was able to interview all of the young people that were nominated for this, we were incredibly impressed with all of you. You all wowed us in your own way, and we are so proud that you've decided to have your education here in Fall River and to eventually give back someday. So I'm quickly just going to read a little paragraph from each person's essay that they submitted to us. And our essay question that we asked them was, in the spirit of the new slogan for the city, Make It Here, who helped them to make it here and how they plan to make it here in the future. So our first nominee is Isabella Connors. And she was nominated by Bethany DeTata. I don't know if I said that right. And if you could stand up, Isabella, so we can give you a round of applause. And Isabella stated in her essay that she feels that once she reaches her goals, she would like to give back in as many ways as she can to the place and the community that helped her become who she is and helped her reach her goals. So that is Isabella. Next we have Christina Devoe-Hood, who was nominated by me. And in Christina's essay, she spoke a lot about the Boys and Girls Club, such as looking back now, 3 years later, I have realized that joining the Keystone Club was the best decision I had ever made. Being in the club has shaped me in so many positive ways, and because of it, I now have great friends, an important job, and a place to call my second home. So let's give it up for Christina. Next we have Eleane Lema, and she was nominated by Jessica Mullen. You can stand up. And what Eleane said was, ultimately, I am extremely grateful to have developed as an individual and shaped my future through the Fall River community. I am proud to be a product of Fall River. It has provided me with the tools to further succeed and thrive in my passions. It is here that I have truly witnessed that people change people. No matter where I go, I will always carry Fall River deep in my heart and continue to strive, discover, imagine, create, and make my mark on this world. So give it up for over here, who is nominated by and what JP said was, I feel that my education and my volunteerism efforts have evolved my community pride of hoping to raise my family here. The ever-changing landscape of the city's demographics has made me more culturally competent. My hope would be to instill all of the necessary elements to have our young citizens thrive academically, culturally, and socially by taking advantage of their education and community resources that this community has to offer so they too can make it here. Give it up for John. Next we had Jessica Miranda, who was, she was nominated by Bethany McCloskey, and what she said in her essay was, ultimately, Fall River has helped me me to make it here, as it has helped me to discover myself, my interests, passions, and character. I am eternally grateful to Fall River and the people within the city for the opportunities afforded to me. Without my city, I wonder if I would be the person I am today. After graduation, I will hopefully continue to make it here by returning to the area and giving back to the city that gave me so much. I want to work nearby and raise a family of my own here. Give it up for And last but certainly not least, we had Yasneris Torres. Nominated by Kevin Lazara, and her essay stated, lastly, Fall River has taught me the quality of family. You have so many different people all around you. Fall River is one of those cities where everyone is welcomed, no matter what culture you are. Fall River will never turn its back on you. Fall River will always be the city of open doors, and no one will stop you from doing what you love. Instead, they will help you reach it and tell you you finally did it. They will celebrate with you. So give it up for them. So we do have certificates and citations from the mayor's office to give to each and every one of you, but I'm going to now introduce Mayor Jasiel Correia II to announce who the winner is, and then we'll ask you all to come up and get your certificates from us. So, Mayor?
All right. Hello, everybody. My name's on it. It's pretty cool. Wow, very cool. Okay, so before we announce that winner, that lucky winner, you're all winners, seriously. When I talk to the young people in our community, I really start to talk about the group that's risen to the top, right? The outstanding students, whether it's outstanding student awards over at Diamond, whether it's honor society nights over at Durfee, or whatever it may be. And all of you in this room have worked very hard. All of you have very different backgrounds, a lot of similarities, but everybody brings a unique flavor to the city of Fall River that makes it a home, makes it a community. And we are very grateful for that. When I won this award, I was probably just as involved as all of you in the room, right? The after-school activities, for me it was drug abuse prevention. That's what I was really big into, making sure that young people had alternatives to drug abuse and substance abuse. And that mission continues, right? That hasn't been solved. In fact, sometimes it looks like the problem has gotten worse. But we can't discredit all the hard work that we put in since 2008 and even way before my time, for all the hardworking people that have been working on this very important to me issue in the city of Fall River. Because nobody will be able to figure out how many lives may have been saved, how many impacts we made over that time. So all the little things that we do on a daily basis are making an impact that you either see or don't see, or you may not see it for 10, 20 years. The things that I'm doing as mayor today, my hair's almost there. The things that I'm doing, there's like a piece of hair. The things that I'm doing today as mayor with the great team that I've assembled at City Hall, I'm not going to see the impact until probably I'm not mayor anymore, right? So one of the big things that's important to this administration, my administration, is focusing on education, right? So the city of Fall River has really fallen behind on the dollars, the tax dollars that we spend on education. So for the first time in literally over a decade, the city has funded the school department at 100% of that school spending back to back last year and this year at the beginning of the budget. That's a big accomplishment. In addition, this year was the first year ever in the history of the city that we gave them more, gave the school department more than they actually asked for. It was a big deal. And it was because we set a goal. And that's all you have to do in life. Set a goal and then build a really good team of support around you, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, or whatever it may be. And build a really great team to achieve that goal. And don't sell yourself short. Don't let people tell you you can't do it. Don't let people say it's impossible, because it's not impossible. And that's really an important thing that you're going to learn, probably going to learn, you're going to continue to learn over your careers, over the rest of your lives. And don't let people tell you you can't. I think I said this last year, I'll say it again this year. I think it's important. A lot of people told me not to run for mayor, right? 18 months ago, well, more than that when I started running, so maybe 2 years ago. They said, you're not going to win, you're not going to raise the money to get signs, right? Campaign signs and campaign stickers and all this stuff. You're not going to have the support of certain people. You can't be a person 3 times your age, right? Those are all the things that I heard. Had I listened to all those people, I would not be mayor today, right? And we would never have been able to make the impact on a lot of people's lives. And it can be small or big impacts, right? So eliminating $120 household fee of trash that we got rid of, that's a big deal for a lot of people. That $120 now can be spent on food, can be spent on a college fund, can be spent on a home, can be spent on rent, can be spent on so many different things. That little impact was important. And had I not set that goal when I became mayor, that may not have happened. So don't let people tell you you can't do something. Make sure that you go after what you want. Make sure you build the right team. I can't do anything that I do on a daily basis without an excellent team. So I think that's really important. And then finally, the Make It Here slogan, right? This is a great example, I think, of how things evolve and change over time. So what was our previous slogan? Anybody know?
We'll try.
We'll try. So let's see, that's the reaction I get. So, you know, when I was a little bit, how old are you guys? 18? Yeah, 18. So, okay, I was your age, yeah. So, around 18 years old, I did a summer internship for Senator John Kerry at the time, before he was Secretary of State, right? And all my intern buddies, when they asked me where I was from, I told them Fall River. A lot of them knew about our slogan. And I was so surprised, right, that people actually knew what the slogan of Fall River was. And, I mean, these are people from, you know, Boston, Springfield, and all different places in the state who were working for Senator Kerry. And they said, you know, you're the place that has the "We'll Try" slogan on your police officers' patches, right? So the joke was, if somebody called the police department, the answer or response would be, "We'll try and get there," right? So, not the best. So, what did I do? Well, I know about the history. So if you don't know the history, you should look it up. "We'll Try" comes out of a time when Fall River had a great fire in our downtown, wiped out almost all of downtown, and a lot of the mills. So the idea of "We'll Try" was at that time a very spirited phrase. "We'll try," and that's what it was for that time. But fast forward about, you know, 100 years, that's not the modern slogan, right? The can-do attitude of today, right? Where we want to succeed. We want to do a little bit more than just try. We want to actually succeed. So when I became mayor, I thought about that time that people were laughing at the city of Fall River, and I said, well, we're going to change this. Still pay homage to the old slogan. We're going to change this. And we went out and we did kind of a survey, and we talked to so many different people in the city, and that slogan actually came out naturally. It wasn't like a think tank table that people were like, what are the words? What are we going to come up with? It really was natural. It was from talking to people in the community, on the streets, in schools, who just kept saying, you know, my grandfather made it here. Oh, my grandmother made it here. And my family made it here. And it might not have been, you know, making it here doesn't have to be you're a millionaire or this or that. It could be you have a home, you have a business, you have an education, you have a family. Making it here is a lot of different things for a lot of different people. I think it's three things in Fall River. So this would be my estimate. I also came up with the slogan with the team. So first and foremost, make it here in Fall River. We have a lot of businesses that make products here, right? Anybody know any businesses that make products in Fall River? Any kind of products, food, stuff.
Cottage.
So, what is it?
They make cottage over at the X-Way.
Okay, so Carl X's place, yeah, H&S School, they make products, yeah. We've got the Toot in the industrial park, makes really cool linens. Right, what else?
Wow.
Wow, who said wow? Wow, seafood, absolutely, right? What else? Portugalia makes cool, like, you know, food and now the codfish rolls, the only one in the region, right? Tony's Bakery makes great sweetbread. A lot of people make products here. So the first make it here is make your product here. Make it here, whatever that is. The second make it here is make it here as a destination. You know when your GPS says you've arrived at your destination? This is the destination. If you look at Fall River on a map, we are like the perfect location. 20 minutes from Providence, 50 miles from Boston, on the way to Cape Cod, close to Newport, Rhode Island. It's like the center of all that activity. We're a great destination. In addition to that, we've got great tourism stuff, right? We've got Battleship Cove, Lizzie Borden House, beautiful architecture. Almax, that's a tourist attraction in itself. How many people are talking about the sign, which we've actually, we have a beautiful waterfront. You know, a lot of people think it's crazy that people like myself who grew up in a 3-10 home, 3rd floor, nothing special, learned how to sail through CD Rec. I learned how to sail through CD Rec. I got a great tan that summer, and I learned how to sail. That's the kind of community that we are. So you can make it here as a destination. And then finally, and most importantly, the topic that you probably wrote about in your essays, make it here as make something of yourself here in Fall River. You have all, over your education, both education in the classroom and outside the classroom, right, at the Boys and Girls Club, at the different activities that you participate in, and received a world-class education that has prepared you to be as successful as you want to be in life, whatever that word success means to you. That's what this city has given you. And that is a gift that I have always been grateful for. People like Christian moved me up when I was 13 years old. This city truly raised me and gave me the opportunities, against all odds, to become one of the youngest mayors in the entire country. Not just in the city's history, in the entire country. That's the opportunities that this city gave me. They gave me that opportunity through, the phrase, it takes a village, the teachers in the classroom, the teachers outside the classroom, the mentors, the families, the friends, the city programs, the summer park programs, the healthy activities like sailing. All those things allowed me to have a well-rounded education. And when I talk about education, I just don't mean Socrates and Aristotle, right, that you learned about the books, which is still very useful. I talk about politics all the time, Prometheus and Icarus flying close to the sun and having his wings burn by the sun. That's how I feel about some people who fall from grace. But anyway, it's not about just that. It's about the friendships, the connections that you learn on the playgrounds, on the waterfront, on the basketball court, at the Boys and Girls Club, at the YMCA, at CD Rec, recreation. That is what I mean when I say education. And that's going to stick with you. And just like I started with saying, you're not going to see the work product of some of the things you're doing today until 10, 15, 20 years from now. You're also not seeing the fruits of the labor that you put in your education. You won't see that until 20 years from now, until 10 years from now, right? Just like me. I had no idea. I mean, people told me I'd be mayor, but I had really no idea when I was 13, 14, 15, 16 years old that those life lessons in the classroom and out in the community were going to prepare me to become mayor. So you're not going to see the results of the things that you've been working on in school and the great impacts you've been making in our community maybe for 5, 10, 15 years. But just know that they are making an impact every single day. Good? So thank you for everything that you've done to make Fall River a little bit better of a place. And keep doing that. Keep making it a better place. Help me make it a better place. All right, come back to Fall River. Some of you are going to go on to college. Come back. There are plenty of opportunities here for jobs. You can start a business. You can work here. You can live here. You can work somewhere else. It's a lot cheaper to live here and work in Boston than the opposite. And even if that's not the case, that's okay too. But like some of your essays said, don't forget where you came from, right? And don't forget the impacts that people like Christian and all those other people have made in their life. Okay? So thank you so much. I hope that was useful. And now we get. So, this is 2016, is that accurate?
Yeah.
Sure.
This is actually the 10th annual though, did I say that?
Yeah.
This is the 10th
That's pretty
Youth of the
exciting.
Year. Yeah.
All right, so the 10th Youth of the Year, I'm proud to announce, is Eleane Lema.
We keep the plaque, but you can hold it forever. We're going to take anything. Don't you wear it.
She was ours. Thank you.
This is for you.
So that's my team, right? So Eleane is going to MIT. What are you studying at MIT?
Chemical and biological engineering.
Wow, chemical and biological engineering.
Here, I'll take it. Okay, for now, we'll keep it back for pictures. That's for you. And I don't know if maybe we can all invite up the rest of the nominees and we could go one by one and maybe say what their future plans are. And then
Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll take some
So
pictures.
thanks.
And then I gotta go back to a very boring council.
Bring your Kristen. So, Isabella Connors, come on up.
I'm studying at MCPHS major in biology.
Okay, we all hear that? MCPHS?
Yep.
What is that?
Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health.
Ah, very good.
There you go. Yes, Christina Devoe-Hood.
Great. You be a teacher? Take it back there. Come on down.
I'm the attending UMass Amherst and studying finance.
Finance and that. Fix the city's budget. Yeah.
He was coming back. He wants
City administrator, future city administrator, or future mayor. What's up?
Jessica Miranda, come on
Jessica
up.
Correia, come on up. Congratulations. There you go. All right, excellent. We'll have to catch a Friar to Syracuse. Annemarie Torres, come on down. What do you do?
I'm going to visit the family on the princess.
Okay, excellent. Very good.
So please, let's give it up for all of our people. We obviously couldn't have a Youth of the Year award without people being nominated for Youth of the Year, as well as our committee who interviewed all of the young people, so Sergeant Jay Pacheco, Mr. Raymond Gove, and Miss Lee LeBlanc Corrigan. So thank you all very much.
Any questions from you guys? You all good?
You guys have all during the dinner, so please help yourself. Elaine, let me grab a
Take care, everybody. Nice to see you all.
Act cool. I'll come up with 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah,
Great. Thank you.